Österreich, on other, for Spain. And I hope that my country also come in this decision. So I have written 2 letters to the president of Donetsk Republic, Sakarchenko, and also for Lugansk Republic, Plodnitsky. And there I have written this letter, ask we have to do a forum in Donetsk to see in place how the process of Minsk-II is now involved. What we can do for the future to build a new Ukraine, unity of Ukraine, with federal system perhaps, but unity of Europe, of Ukraine. And for this reason, they give me an answer. They propose to me 11 and 12 May, a forum for this meeting, to see the situation, to see with our own eyes if it's Russian invasion or not, to see the situation, to know the real damage of the war, and to build together. And I invite also politicians of Kiev on this forum. First, we begin with the west part, with the east part, excuse me, but it's together. We have to think the future of Ukraine against the party and the country who want to split Ukraine in 2. So I make this press conference to answer your question, and I will also return to the President of France, François Hollande, and Frau Merkel, to ask what is now with this process who was involved in Minsk II about autonomy, about discussion with the Republic of Donetsk and Luhansk. For this autonomy, this is the most important part of Minsk II, to make process for peace. So it's a little conference. It's to make the moment to prepare 11 and 12 May, to prepare this forum for unity of peace, for development of Ukraine, not only its part, but all the country, and to make a big, large forum. I know not only my party and friend of my party will come. I know of members of parliament, of the majority, I hope, but of opposition, I am sure, will come also, friend of UMP in France. And I hope that for Forza Italia, for the main party in Spain, Parti Popular, I speak with Antonio Lopez, who is General Secretary of, he's an old friend. I was a member who makes the foundation of this Parti Popular. So for me, it's very important to find very large coalition, and to see the situation, to help for peace solution, and to help for involvement of Minsk II. Thanks very much. I am waiting for your answer. Oh, your question. Excuse me. I try to answer. Okay. First of all, yes.
Colin,
no, it's this guy first. Excuse me.
Mr. Schaffhauser, thank you. I'm a Ukrainian journalist from Ukrainian National News Agency. My name is Andriy Lavrenyuk. Let me mention maybe 3 aspects, and that's why 3 short questions. First, maybe why don't you tell us about the main reason of this conflict, this war in eastern Ukraine? It means that Russia provides direct military aggression against Ukraine. There are Russia's regular military troops in Ukrainian soil. Russia every day supply heavy and updated military equipment, weaponry, etc., etc. It means they go away, and after Ukraine will deal in its sovereign territory, and all will be okay in Ukraine. The first aspects. And the second one, do you agree, do you coordinate your forum according to the international law, according to the Ukrainian national law, with Ukrainian legal authorities? Because such international conference, they must be authorized by Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, etc., etc. And the third one, how are you going to get Ukrainian territory? I mean, are you going to come to Kiev, pass official maybe custom and border control, and after go to through Ukraine? When do you want?
Okay.
Or are you going to pass illegally, as you just have made in
last time?
Last time, yes.
Yeah, last time. Okay, I will answer. Yes, you cannot speak about Russian aggression. You know, it's an old story. When I was in 1995, discussion with Koshma, and the Soros Foundation say to me they want to split Ukraine in two. And Mrs. Luland say she spent 5 billion for this, to split Ukraine in two. And you have soldiers and support. You come from from Kiev. You know very Minister of Defense. Of one step only is from U.S. soldat. So you cannot say that. Russia is a Europe country. What do American in Ukraine? This is my first, and you cannot say it's a Russian aggression. Why our Secret Service and President Hollande say we never see thousands of troops and tanks. We have not this information. So I think that my president of France says the truth. And our Secret Service also knows the situation. So second point, I think Ukraine is a free land. I can go in each country and make a forum. I don't have the authorization. I don't need the authorization in Italian, in Belgian, in all the country of the foreign affairs. I don't go as MEP. I go as NGO, as forum, informal forum, with several MEP, member of European Parliament and member of national parliament. This is a question about if I come from Kiev or I will go from as last time. Why not going for Kiev? But you know, they say that I am a terrorist, why I support terrorists. What is the matter? Well, what Merkel and Hollande say, we have to discuss, and they was in Minsk, not in the same room, but they was in Minsk. We have to discuss. We cannot say they are terrorists. And if I discuss with them, I am also a terrorist. What is the solution for peace in such reason? Yes.
Colin Stevens from EU Reporter. You've had a positive response from the head of Donetsk and Luhansk regions. Have you had any response from Mr. Poroshenko from Kiev?
This is also a good. I can return. Yes, it's a good idea. I will do those. So I will also return to Poroshenko and ask that we have to make this forum, and if he can come or make. We have to discuss. Why it's Minsk too. Minsk too say. You have to discuss with the local authority to find the status, to find the autonomy status. And this is very important. Why there is a war also why it was a coup d'etat. It's all the language. It was a coup d'etat in February 2014, and the process was finished. Normal process was finished, and they don't recognize the identity of this region, and so this was a big problem. And when they asked this status specificity, it was always this specificity on this story. Why we can say this region was always a Russia country, and only from Stalin they come in the Ukraine state. So why not? I am absolutely open to also make Kiev government involved in this forum. It's absolutely normal. Not to ask authorization. This is not normal on the legal status. I say we are in Europe. We are in Europe. In one country who agree with agreement with Europe. But to invite, why not? Why not? Good idea. Yes?
Martin Banks, I'm a freelance journalist. The ceasefire seems to be generally holding. I assume you're encouraged by that. And also on the Minsk II agreement, are you satisfied that it's working at the moment? It's early days yet. Would you say it's generally working? And if not, can you maybe just spell out where the violations or abuses of the alleged violations are taking place?
I think they make good steps for peace, and I was not in this situation to see violation, and there are observers for this, and they have to do their job. And in the Minsk agreement, these observers are for OSCE. This is I cannot make the job, but in reality, we have progress. We have progress. Now we have to involve the part of autonomy with discussion with the local authority to find the good status under the Kiev law, and also take in consideration what the population of Donetsk and Luhansk are waiting. We speak about also about local taxes, part of local taxes for development of the region. I know very well this. I was one of the founders of Europe and of region, Europe of region. We have to find, like Catalogne, like Pays Basque, we have to find a solution. This is technical. We can find. If we discuss, we can find technical situation. But if we want find, if they want together find, I am sure that Lugansk and Donetsk authorities want find a solution. Why it's not a solution? Never there will be part of Russia. They know this. Never Russians want to take these two regions inside Russia. So they have to find a solution. And not the Kiev solution that we bomb, they are bombing and make all the population out of the east part. So they make purification, ethnic purification. I cannot say this, ethnic purification, but they want that population go out, so they have not to discuss. But this is not peace. With peace, we have to discuss. With peace, we have to discuss. With persons who are not on the same point of view of us. Is any other question?
Just to follow up, maybe. So just expand, if you can, just explain a little bit further on the decentralization proposals as you see them. What would you like to see what happen there in the coming weeks and months in terms of decentralization in the two provinces? Which powers would you like to see devolved?
I cannot. Technically, we have so many solutions. This solution is not in my pocket. The solution is in discussion. We have to take part of Kiev point of view. They don't need real federal system. I understand this. And we have to take part also of the point of view of republics that will more autonomy. And sure, we can find a solution. Spain is not a federal system. Germany is a federal system. Belgium is a federal system. You can find autonomy without federal system. So we have to find, but technically it's not a problem. Discussion is a problem. If you don't discuss, you cannot find solution. If you say Donetsk, Luhansk are occupied, and I make my autonomy law without discussion, there is the same that was before in Minsk I. But in Minsk II, there are more details about this. And we have to involve these details of process to find solution. Okay, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Just to say that Minsk II is the best hope for
yes,
lasting peace.
I think we have is the best way, is the best hope, and we have no other solution. Other solution is war, is collapse for Ukraine, for Europe. And I am very, what can I say, that there are not so many MEP who support. I come from Alsace. We make reconciliation. Germany, 3 times go in Alsace. 3 times during 70 years. And we find a solution. And in this solution for peace, we build Europe. Really Europe. And Europe, discussion about states. Europe for peace. And now we have a Europe who is working not for peace, but for war. And when I am in Foreign Affairs Committee, I only understand this. We have against Russia. We have against. What is this? This is Europe. Never we have this European construction if we don't make reconciliation. Thank you very much.
Mr. Schaffhauser, I come from the UK. When you finish with Ukraine, would you please come and resolve Scotland for us?
Yes, you have a good process now. They make a referendum. Thank you.